welcome back to my channel. And Brazil sneak into the round of 16. Oh my God. What? I don't understand. Why are these guys playing like this? If not for Japan, who don't have quality strikers, do you know how many times Japan caught Brazil on counter-attack where they had 3 against 4? 3 against 2, 4 against 3. What's so tough? Hey, Jesus. Ancelotti, what is this? What are you teaching? With the quality of players that Brazil has, look at the performance. Nah, there's nothing good to write about this performance. The first half was even worse. The first half was horrible. That second half, yes, it was better. Way better in the second half. Brazil came out with, they came out a bit more aggressive in the second half. They were better, they were quicker, faster. The midfield, really determined a lot better in that second half. The only problem that Japan had was the fact that they did not take their chances. And of course, when you don't take your chances, what happens? You blame yourself at the end of the day. You fight it. The blame is yours. Because when you don't take your chances, trust me, when your opponent has the chance, they take it. But that performance from Brazil, that first half performance, I'm sure they want to clean it off. If they can. If they can, they would have to clean it off. Because what was that performance? Let's look at the stats, right? The first half, Brazil had, I think, they had 68, but they had possession. They were not just clinical. They were not just good enough. The chances, I was not impressed. I wasn't impressed at all. They had 2 shots on target. They had 2 shots off target. For a Brazil squad that has Vinicius Jr., that has, let me even look at the lineup. They have Vinicius Jr., they have Matheus Cunha, they had Ryan. Later, Martinelli came in. What's his name? Hendrick came in. For the attack that they have, they were not good enough in that first half. It was not good enough. Yes, Hendrick came in later, and he had a little bit of impact, but you know how Hendrick plays. He just holds on to the ball and tries to see if he can pick on 2-3 players and go through them, which honestly doesn't happen majority of the time. Now, Brazil has to do better because I'm sure that the opponent they're going to face in the round of 16 is obviously going to be tougher than Japan. It's absolutely going to be tougher than Japan. And is this what they want to play? They were so close to going into extra time. I knew somehow that, yes, maybe they'll get the goal towards the end of the game, which, really, Brazil has to do better. You look at the second half, and you see that, yes, they had more chances, right? They had more chances. Brazil had 5. Japan had 1. And it was so weird that Japan had, they had the counter-attacks going for them. They were not just clinical at all. They did not test Alisson in any shape or form. The crosses were bad. The decision-making, it wasn't good enough from Japan. And I must say that. It wasn't good enough. Brazil had 5 shots on target. They had 4 shots off target, obviously. They still had more possession in that second half. But this time around, they were a bit more clinical. They made sure that Suzuki, Japan's goalkeeper, had more saves to make. And it was so good. I think it was probably the only reason why Japan still had a chance in that game. It kept them in that game for the longest. And I'm so disappointed that, yes, they couldn't, probably try to get into the extra time. But it did a good job. There was this particular save it made. And I was like, wow. That is a keeper right there. It was so impressive. It kept Japan in that game. Unfortunately, the attackers were not just good enough. They were not just good enough. And that is what showed. That probably I would say that was the quality that came to play in the game, because Brazil for me, I'm sorry. I don't know what Ancelotti is teaching these guys. I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know, because I was not impressed. Obviously, the first goal was scored by Japan. Sano scored in the first half, and then they went. The first half ended with a 1-0 advantage for Japan, and then in the second half, Brazil were a bit more clinical. As I said, they had more chances. The first goal was Casemiro's header. You see, that header for Casemiro, I don't think anybody can remove it from him, because that was the one thing that saved Manchester United, last season. He helped Manchester United a lot with a lot of those headers. And he saved Brazil again today, because he scored the equalizer in the 56th minute, and then the second goal came from Martinelli in the 95th minute. I think Bruno Guimaraes had the assist. It was a very fine pass, and all he had to do was just guide the ball into the net. At that point, it was open. It was open. The defense was open, and that cut-through pass from Bruno Guimaraes, I don't think Martinelli needed any hard work of just putting that ball into the net, which was exactly what he did. So it was a very good ball, and a very good quality ball. So a goal, I must say. Very good quality goal. And yeah, Brazil has to do better. Honestly, Ancelotti they have to do better, because they are now into the round of 16. They are into the round of 16. And I don't know what team they are supposed to face next. Let me see if I can get the team they're supposed to face next. I think they're supposed to take on whoever wins between Ivory Coast and Norway. Ivory Coast is going to make it tough for them. Norway, they're also a very clinical team. So, all the chances that Japan missed, trust me, Norway will not miss it. Norway and Haaland in that team, not with him. Well, I hope they're ready for their next game, but they are already into the round of 16. Congratulations to Brazil. Hope they do better. Anyways, this is my personal thought on the game. Share your thoughts on what you made of the result. If you think that Brazil were just lucky to get a win from that game, or you think that they played well, I don't know. But yes, as I said, share your thoughts in the comment section. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It is absolutely free. It helps the channel to grow. So please subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to put on your post notification button to get our latest video when they drop. And follow us on all our social media platforms at _official FSH. Anyways, guys, there are more games that are coming through in the round of 32 in the World Cup, so watch out for them, okay? More videos are going to be coming up, all right? Enjoy the rest of your evening, guys. Bye-bye.